So apparently, you cannot affirm the natural order of God's creation. You can't say men are men, women are women on Twitter because that is hate speech. Guys, check this story out. A Spanish politician temporarily suspended by Twitter after saying a man cannot get pregnant. Now, as we push through the article, we're going to see that the grounds for the suspension is hate speech. Twitter says you can't say that. That's hate speech. But what we are saying, that a lot of people on the right have been saying for a long time, is that Twitter is overreaching its authority, overreaching its power to silence truth. They are silencing truth. Men cannot have babies. Men will never have babies. And to say that's hate speech, well, that's just going into a dictator mode where you're saying you can't say anything that I don't agree with. If it's not far left, if it's not extremely woke, if it's not a part of a liberal agenda, then you can't say it. If it has anything to do with God's creation, if it has anything to do with the fact that men are born inherently different than women and vice versa, you can't say that because, guys, it is deemed as hate speech. Before we go any further, make sure you guys join the journey to 5,000 subs. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime I make a video. And guys, let's dive into this article, because the truth of the matter is a man cannot get pregnant. So why in the world would saying something true in 2021 be grounds for Twitter, one of the strongest tech companies in the world, to go ahead and silence someone? Twitter told Contreras his comments violated the platform's policies, hate speech. Okay, so it's hateful to say the truth now. It's been that way for a long time. Francisco Jose Contreras, deputy to Spain's far-right Vox party, was locked out of his Twitter account for 12 hours last week after saying a man cannot get pregnant because they have no uterus or eggs. So, maybe some people on the far left would disagree with that, but this is fundamentally true for all human beings. Men do not have a uterus, do not have eggs. I remember watching Candace Owens interview a guy named Mark Lamont Hill, and they got to the point about transgender, and Candace Owens asked Mark Lamont Hill, can men have babies? And Mark Lamont Hill, super educated guy, PhD, all these things, all these accolades, he sits back, he says, yeah, I've seen a couple men have babies. And Candace was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I've seen a couple men have babies. No, you haven't. You've seen women transgender, they switched and identified as a man, and then they had a baby, and then they're saying their identity is a man, pushing out a baby. No, you're still a woman. So no uterus or eggs. That is what God created. That is what God created, and that is what it will always be. Contreras' comments were in response to an article he shared on the social media platform about transgender male who announced they were a father after giving birth to a baby girl. I'm sorry, but that just can't be affirmed. We will never affirm that because it is a lie. It is a lie to say a man gives birth. Contreras said in a Facebook post on May 11th that he had received a message from Twitter which informed him that he had violated its policies on hate speech for the remarks. The hateful tweet, which I was forced to delete, was one that said, a man cannot get pregnant. A man has no womb or eggs. Contreras wrote in response to the move, you cannot see this already fascist biology. You can see this already fascist biology. Next time, I'll try 2 + 2 = 4. According to Twitter, Contreras violated its policy against material that threatens, harasses, or fosters violence against other people on the basis of race, ethnic origin, nationality, sexual orientation, gender, blah, 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 blah. Keep in mind that repeated defaults may lead to permanent suspension of your account, Twitter warns. Go to Twitter now to fix the problem with your account. A spokesperson for Twitter declined to comment. Last part of the article. We will not yield to Twitter imposing a twisted and anthropologically wrong worldview. Contreras told LifeSite News, we will continue to speak the truth about human nature. Biological truth should not be regarded as hate speech. It's biology, not bigotry. This is not the first time that the content from Vox Party has been flagged. According to the Spanish publication Counting Stars, Twitter disabled the official Vox Party account for 24 hours during the country's election in January. That's not surprising, after the group claimed a high crime rate were tied to North African immigrants. And of course, you can't use stats. You can't use stats that say different things. But guys, there you have it. Twitter is just another operative of the Democratic Party. What they want to do is they want to silence free speech. They hate free speech because free speech allows people to say smarter things than what they're saying. They want to be able to destroy the masses by repeating a lie. A man can be a woman can be a man, and they're just going to teach that in school. And then you have us on the other side who say, no, that's fundamentally wrong and evil, and it's wrong, and it's absolutely destructive to teach the next generation these things. And then they say, oh, well, we have all the tech power, so we're going to flag you as hate speech, and then the fight goes on. But guys, the tactic is simple. They're trying to control the language. They're controlling the language, but we are fighting back. Videos like this are fight back. When you have a discussion at your job with somebody who believes this ideology or they're tolerant of it, and you push back and you say truth, guys, that's us fighting back in the culture. All right. So don't be dismayed. Don't be discouraged. At the end of the day, you have to teach truth to your kids in your house. That is what I'm doing. For example, when my kids are old enough, right now, my oldest is 4. He is not going to learn about George Floyd as some martyr. Thank you, George. You were he was not a sacrifice to social justice. He was a criminal breaking the law, and then he ended up perishing. Likewise, I'm going to teach my children, man is this, women is this. God created them fundamentally different because they have different roles to carry out. Neither is greater or less than, but one is the head of the household, the man. The other is the helper and the one that helps the man. Okay, so I'm gonna get off my little preaching box. But I'm going to teach my kids, and I encourage every one of you to teach the ones around you the fundamental truth that God has established. Men are men. Biological men are men. Biological women are women. I'm going to leave that right there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Join the journey to 5,000 subs. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you guys want to support the channel, you could go ahead and support me on PayPal or Cash App. Make sure you guys hit that like button again. All right. So thank you guys. As always, God bless. I will see you good people on the next one. Peace.